Good morning. I know I usually am not, uh, you don't see me doing morning stuff, but I got a work date. So because I have a work date, we're going to do some quick skincare and really quick bare minimum makeup, which is what I tend to do these days anyway. So we're not going to do like super intense facial or anything, but we are going to get this cleanser on. I took, you can see it in my story, a picture of me still in bed listening to personal development, right? And your girl was glowing. Hi, Lyric. Hello, beautiful. And that really made me want to say to you this morning that it is so important to have a good skincare routine. But if there was one thing and only one thing for me to press upon you, it would be you've got to get a really good cleanser. You are really missing out if you don't have a good cleanser. It is my number one glowing skin hack, right? Like, you want your skin to glow. Splashing water on it is not going to give you that glow, baby. It's just not. And I am against foaming cleansers. I know it's what I used to use, but I am against the foam. And here's why. Because I'm not even supposed to be talking about this. Let me talk about this and then move on. Excuse me. So here's the thing with foaming cleansers. They strip your skin of its oils that it needs for you to glow. It's going to strip your skin. And that's why I'm against foaming cleansers. Even the best of the best, right? Like, I was at my daughter's, we know this, for a month, for 4 whole weeks. And I took the little travel kit with me. That's about a good 10 days, but your girl was there for 4 weeks, so I ran out of cleanser. And I was reluctant to order one because it was like, okay, that's either going to prolong my stay, which my stay kept getting prolonged anyway, or it's going to arrive after I leave. So I used some of her cleanser, which is a well-known, highly recommended cleanser. And I'm not saying it's a bad cleanser, but I used it, and it has like gentle exfoliation in there and all that. And immediately after using it, after rinsing it off, first of all, you got the water mess, because this creamy cleanser, you don't get the water mess because you just put the bamboo towel on there, which you're going to see me do, and it melts it into your skin and off of your skin at the same time, right? Very powerful. It's going to gently remove toxins and deep set impurities, as you're about to see. But then it also is going to really moisturize because of that clinical grade, high-powered hyaluronic acid that's now in the deeper layers of the skin, right? It's just going to make your skin feel so soft and smooth and hydrated after you use the creamy cleanser, the 3-in-1, removes makeup. It's your cleanser. And it also, as I am using it right now, can be an emollient mask, right? But after using this cleanser that you can get at the drugstore, very well-known brand, not a bad brand at all. It's a great skincare product, honestly, to me, if you're in your teens and 20s. But by the time I'm in my 40s, and I'm not knocking anybody, I need a more adult, age-appropriate cleanser. I want my cleanser to be age appropriate because I don't want to look my age. I'm just going to say it. That is the God's honest truth. I do not want to look 48. Okay. So I noticed right away that my skin felt squeaky, right? If your skin feels squeaky clean after using your cleanser, that's why you have to use a toner afterwards. That's why you have to do all these things. I literally could get away with just doing my cleanser and moisturizer. I just choose to be extra because I'm really into not only glowing, I like my glow amplified. So that's why the steamer. The toner that I use is not to bring the skin's pH pH back into balance. It's just to further amplify my glow. Okay, there's a difference. And so that is why I am against foaming cleansers. But anyway, I digress. My name is Tamara Hamilton. I blog about the business of beauty. I am getting ready for a work play date. We're going to go check out a co-working space. And the message that I received to talk to you about today is money flows where attention goes. Okay, and I'm going to be a little transparent here, as I always am. I just love this process right here. I just love it so much. I feel like I should put on my eye mask, but of course, I don't know. I always have these agendas and these timelines in my head, and then it's like, ooh, you gotta leave in an hour. You got a lot to do in an hour. So, no eye mask today. But check this out. Attention flows. Money flows where attention goes. So wherever you're putting your attention is where money will come out of. That's where you're putting your energy, where your attention, your energy is the same thing. And I think this came about because I was watching Gary Vee talk about Facebook being underpriced attention. And I totally get what he's saying. And I 100% agree. And I'm looking for the little thing for me to be able to get my towel out of the warmer without burning my hand. So, attention, 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 right? Whatever you focus on is where the money is going to come from. Wherever you put your attention is where the money is going to come from. So if you're online and you haven't monetized and you want to monetize, you are going to struggle if all you're doing is consuming content. If you are not creating and sharing content, if you are not putting the bulk of your focus online into creation, it's going to be a little harder to make money, right? And that creation can not only be content, it can be creating conversation, right? Because you want your content to create conversation in today's social media streets, right? We get all this organic reach from Reels. We reach all these people that we would not have normally reached. The way you keep them coming back is through your through sparking and having conversation with people, right? You want to be in the inbox. You want to be in the DM. You want to be greeting people. You want to be getting to know them. You want them to get to know you through your content, but you'd be amazed at it, how much everyone wants to feel seen, heard, known, and acknowledged. And the easiest way to do that, oh, there it is. The easiest way to do that is by having those one-on-one conversations. Now, I'm not talking about pitching people. I'm not talking about spamming people. I'm simply talking about saying, hey, thank you for following me. Or, hey, thank you for interacting on my posts. What did you like best about it? Or wasn't that funny? Going back and paying them some love on their posts, okay? That is where you are going to win on these social media streets if you want to monetize, right? Now, I can tell you all the things, the 3 C's. You need to create content, capture leads, and convert. But the bottom line is, depending on what company you're with, when you started in network marketing, blah, 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 affiliate marketing, here's the truth. Here is the absolute truth. That old school stuff of hotel meetings and dragging people to meetings that they don't want to be in and everything's got to be face to face. I'm going to tell you like this, okay? I'm going to talk to you old school. I'm going to talk to you like my daddy would talk to me. If people are not willing to go to work and show up at jobs anymore, they expect to be able to work from home. What makes you think they want to build their business in their home or other people's homes or in hotel rooms? Explain that to me. Because it don't make, and that's where I sound like my daddy. It don't make sense. It don't make a bit of damn sense. It makes 0 sense, okay? Think about it. The Great Resignation. People have left the workforce in droves. We're heading into a recession, yet there are not a lot of jobs. There are a lot of jobs open, right? And this is perplexing everybody. There is a shift. Things have changed. Things are changing. They will continue to change. Things have changed. The world as we knew it, it's gone, y'all. It's gone. So yes, One-on-one is still great, but if you need to meet people, if you need to focus on expanding your network, you have the greatest gift in the world by way of all the people on the Instagrams, all the people on the Facebooks. I don't even feel like I need no makeup. I mean, I think I look pretty good right now. You know, that's all, they're all there, but you have to be attracting them, one, with your content, and then you need to be having conversations with them, right? You need to be having conversations with them because yes, you can do things, you know, 100% automated, but you got to crawl before you can walk. And you need to have conversations with people in order to get to that point, to have some social proof, to have your base, to be building your audience, to have people who are there speaking up for you in lieu of you having a lot of high skill with running ads. Look at that. Told you, ooh, baby. Ooh. That's what you need to do, right? You need to be having and sparking conversations. Okay. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. That alone right there feels incredible. I wish I had more time to do like full on masks and that, but I don't. So we are going to spritz and go into some serum. Okay. So attention and energy are currency. That's all we are exchanging here is attention, and attention is a form of energy. And where you place that attention, where you place that energy is going to predict and even dictate your outcomes, right? So if you want more impact, you want more results online, you want to impact and reach more people, in today's world, social media is definitely the place to be. It just is, okay? It doesn't mean that offline is completely just gone. It has its place. But I'm going to give you a couple scenarios. Here's what I would rest on. Here's what I would choose to do. It is what I actually choose to do. I have seen this and I have done this and I know that it works. I would focus my attention on not dragging the people who don't believe what it is that I believe to the hotel meeting every week after week, and then dealing with them going into the witness protection plan because they don't want to talk to you because they know you want to talk about that thing that they want to have absolutely nothing to do with, right? Instead of doing that and creating this life of resistance that I've seen more people with so much potential quit the business, and I fully believe if they had really followed more of a strategy like I did instead of that old school stuff, that they might have had some success, right? And here's what I see them do. They make their list. It's supposed to be 100 people. It ends up being about 7 to 10 people. They invite a couple of them to the hotel meeting. A couple of them go to the hotel meeting. Aside from those who just are really ride or die, will support them no matter what. Nobody supports them. They take them to a couple meetings. They hear all the bad stuff from all the people who didn't even try, just failed. And they are now in a place of resistance. They're in a low energy. Their attention is on all the wrong stuff instead of their strong why and their vision. And they keep spending all this money going on their auto ship. They're spending all this money on product to hit certain baseline numbers in the business. And they, after a few months, they just give up because their list was a short list. They didn't want to talk to anybody else because the rejection, the earth-shattering rejection from the people closest to them has made them gun shy about talking to a colder market, and so they end up quitting. They get tired and they quit really, really quickly. But imagine this instead, knowing where the people are that you who believe what you believe are, being able to create content on social media, solving problems and needs of those people and attracting them to you, and then all you have to do is go into the DM and have a conversation with them. Imagine how much easier that is, and how many more people would last in the business and have a much more positive outcome and story to tell if only they didn't just post and pray on social media, but they posted with a strategy. If they put their attention into people who have a similar story as them and attracting them and their why. Imagine that. Imagine that, right? So again, where does your attention go, right? Is your attention going to go to, oh, my Uncle John and his wife Sally did that in 1978 when there was no internet and they had to buy a garage full of stuff and all these other things that were wrong with the industry back in 1978, but yet still, despite it, some people became practically billionaires by now. That means it doesn't work because it didn't work for them in 1978, right? They got 2 checks that totaled 69 cents and I'd never ever do that again. No, that's just not the case today. That is not, I mean, there are people that are definitely going to be billionaires in the next 15 years from this. I guarantee it. It's already in play. There's nothing anybody could do to stop it if they wanted to. You just couldn't stop it at all. Okay, so next we definitely want to put on some sun protection, and I'm going to actually do some creamy sunscreen and get that on. So attention flows, energy flows, attention and energy flow is going to help determine your money. Where are you putting your attention, right? Are you putting your attention on the ways of old, or are you paying attention and moving with the flow and the way things are now, right? People, it's so hard to, if I were in corporate, I would be very cautious of TV advertising, right? And here's why. Because when we are watching TV shows, when we are watching TV, first of all, I don't even watch traditional TV. Everything is streamed for me when I do watch something, okay? Second of all, not only that, even those commercials that show up on streaming, I don't pay attention to them. I don't know anybody who does. I don't know anybody who pays attention to those because we are all too busy on our phone. I mean, think about it. Like, especially, I watch a lot of crime TV. If you watch a lot of crime TV, say so below. I watch a lot of crime TV. Especially, you know, women who kill. Women who snap. No, I'm kidding. But I do I love crime TV shows about Alaska. Who knew it goes down in Alaska like that, right? So, if you watch a crime show, how many times do you start Googling, right? True story. I was at my daughter's. Her beau, his daughter, and I were watching that. It was the one about the girl who had been abducted, and the man was saying he was her husband, but before that they lived somewhere, and he said he was her father, and so it's just a really, really bizarre story. And she was so tempted, my daughter was so tempted to Google and find out, because I wouldn't tell them. I'd watched it earlier that day. I wouldn't tell them what was going on, just that they had to watch it, that it was bizarre, right? And so, but his daughter had already Googled it, right? How many times do you watch TV and you start Googling things, right? How many times do you watch TV? Now, here's the good thing about the TV advertising. Sometimes you watch TV and you start Googling and looking up something that you see and you might be interested in, and you might be interested in buying. So that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Look at how that filters. Oh my God, I just love it. Just absolutely love it. We gotta put some more down here. Where did it go? So where people are spending their time, where people are spending their attention is different. Now, I'm not gonna say in-home and hotel meetings are a bad thing, but again, let's go back to that scenario. Do you want to keep dragging people who are going to end up avoiding you, put you in the, go into the witness protection program because they just don't want to keep talking about this thing, or they don't have the heart, or they're for whatever reason they just feel bad and don't want to tell you that they're not interested? Do you want to keep dealing with that, or do you want to create this audience and this team of people who want to be there and who believe what you believe, and now y'all start doing the in-home events and small intimate get together and really look like a fierce club that everybody should want to be in, and now even more people are attracted to you, right? Because the vibe and the energy is going to be different in that room compared to a room full of people who don't necessarily want to be there, right? People just are different these days, and it's different. People want to be on their phone. They want to be seen there. And, like my daughter says, she avoids people. When she sees someone at the grocery store who knows her, she goes the other way. Right? You see people talk about that online all the time. Oh, keep that same energy in person as you have online, because someone might be really friendly online. But, that's a whole other live I want to talk about. In person, they just may not, it's not necessarily that they're not that friendly, it's just that they are introverted. And if you are an introvert, you can definitely succeed in business, and a lot of it has to do with online. Okay, so we got all that packed away, and we're going to go into some powder. So attention goes, energy flows where attention goes, right? That's where you're going to get that energy. And what energy are you putting out there? What energy are you putting in? And that's going to help dictate what you get back. And that's why it's really important to pay attention again to what are you consuming, and if you are over consuming on social media, right? Because there's so much talk about this. You can end up feeling less than if you pay too much attention to these social media streets where everyone is showing their highlight reel, right? You'll get a lot better results when you focus on things that you are grateful for, and you will attract more of that to you instead of focusing on what you don't have and what everyone else you think they have, because you don't know what they really have on these social media streets. People lie all the time. People lie about sleeping on their mama's couch on social media. People just lie to lie, right? So many people on these social media streets are just out here to grift, okay? And so you got to be really, again, careful of what you are consuming. And people, you don't necessarily always know their intentions, but you got to be really careful what you're consuming, because there's a lot of crap. There's a lot of garbage out here, but there's also a lot of good, right? There's also a lot of good. So you want to pay attention to that instead. And one of the best things you can do on social media is be what you think the world needs more of, right? So if you think the world needs more inspiration, a good way to know that is if you feel like you need inspiration, then be the inspiration. Go out and find inspiration and then share it with the world. Put your attention into that instead of focusing on, you know, Marge in charge and how boss her life is. Create your own version of your own boss life. And I don't mean create it as in fabricate it, like lying about sleeping on your mom's couch. I mean, like, tell stories about your life and show your life and create the life that you desire, the life of your dreams. Oh, I just love brows. Absolutely love brows. If you think people have bad brows and you hate the way people are doing their brows, then do brow content. Show people how to do their brows, how you would do them, what you think brows should look like. You never know. It just may take off. Brows is something that does really well on social media because, you know, a lot of people don't wear all the full stops. They don't do the full glam makeup, but who doesn't want good brows? Most people want really good brows, right? Most people, because look at the difference. You see the difference between this brow and that brow. Brows are important, right? There's whole hashtags out there, you know. Just type in hashtag brow and see everything else that comes up. Put in brows on fleek, brows matter. You can, you know, put in brow and you'll see a whole plethora of topics around brows, right? Brow pomade, brow pencil, all of those will lead you to, if you are looking to again get the attention of people who are into makeup and skin, again, energy flows where attention goes. I mean, that's money right there. You're welcome. You are welcome. So again, and I think it was TD Jakes that I first heard say this, and that's, if you hate the way people are doing their hair, then that means maybe you should be a hairstylist and you should show them. So again, it could be that source of disdain. It could be a source of discomfort. That might be a sign that it's something that you should be helping people with. And attention, energy flows where attention goes. Money flows where energy goes. Where is your energy? Manage your energy. Take that negative energy and turn it into something positive. One of the quickest ways I do that is through gratitude. You know, when I start feeling like, ooh, Tamara, that's not what you want to be thinking. That's not what you want to be saying. I quickly shift to gratitude. Okay, but I'm grateful for this. I have this to be grateful for. I'm so happy and grateful that, right? That will shift your whole perspective. You can physically feel it in your body when you make that shift. It just opens you up. Because when you start from a place of negativity or jealousy or resentment, you can feel you contract. You can feel you close off. But then when you those words, I'm so happy and grateful, it just automatically opens you up. It brings you back. It's like a flower, you know, like how a flower opens and closes. That's what, you know, remembering to be grateful will do, right? You know, it's just like, I spent a month with my grandkids, right? And y'all know, I love me some of them grandbabies. Them grandbabies, woo. But let me tell you, I'm human, they're 8, they're 2. There were moments, there were times when it was like, oh my God, if y'all don't sit down somewhere and be quiet. Chill out, you know? They're 1 minute they're loving and the next minute they're arguing, right? And so, of course, there are moments when Nana, that's what they call me, wants to scream, right? And there are certain things that is, like everybody knows how I feel about my grandson, both of them. But my grandson, we just got a little more history because he's 8, she's only 2, right? He's different. He's not the same little 2-year-old he was, right? So there are things that I have to learn, know, and accept about him for who he is now, and I can't keep holding to him to when he was 2. That would be stunting his growth, and that's never going to be me. So there are moments where you have to remember, like, hey, this is someone I love very much. I love you, right? Love is another way to really control and manage your energy and where you're putting your attention. So, that's kind of like the whole body positivity thing. Remembering, like, hey, because I've always had a larger butt. I get it from my mama, okay? I get it from my mama, and it just is what it is. I used to be really conscientious about it. I used to hate all the boys smacking me, felt so violated, and, would practically get into fisticuffs about it. Like, my body, you don't get to just touch all over my body like that, right? But I'll tell you what, it never got cold waiting on the bus to go to college or to go to high school or middle school, right? And in a day and age when people are losing their lives to try to have a butt that looks like mine, I'm grateful that I have it, right? And so we have to learn to be grateful for what we have. And I don't want any more butt. Do not give me any more butt. But, just saying, you know what I'm saying? I was always told that I had beautiful skin growing up. And look at me now. Look at what I'm doing now, right? I sell a lot of skincare. That doesn't mean that my skin is perfect. Does not mean that my skin is perfect. But because I always had been told that my skin was so beautiful and glowing, it just gave me a different perspective where I always loved my skin. So my skin looks good at the ripe old age of 48. 48 with 2 adult children and 2, might as well say adult grandchildren. They're not adult, but my God. Let's just brighten up here a little bit. Just a little bit of brightness there, okay? So we got brows. And we're gonna brighten. I love that bright-eyed look. I love it, I love it, I love it. And next we are going to go into some bronzer because money flows where attention goes. And so I pay attention to my skin because I like to sell. I like to help people with their skin. So I pay attention to my skin because my face is a billboard. It would be awfully strange if I was talking to you about skin and skincare, but you never saw me wash my face. That would be weird. I think that would be extremely, extremely weird. Really build this up. We're gonna really get that bronzer going today. We're gonna use this lighter shade here. Across the nose, like that. Then I'm gonna use this darker shade up here, here. Not really contouring today, just using bronzer strategically. And I love that like sun-kissed look, and we're going to then go in and bring that up brushes. We're gonna go into this bronzer here from the Down to Earth palette and just bring that along here to give some more illumination. Again, amplify that glow. I could do some glow drops, but I'm gonna stick to this because I'm just going for a really soft look today. And then watch what happens when I spritz. Thank you for the likes. And look at that glow. That's what I call amplifying your glow. And you're gonna see today when I share my stories and that, and the natural sunlight is hitting it, like already, look at that. Baby, look. And we're gonna tap these lashes. I think I might put some bronzer on my eyelids though, because your girl is 48 after all, and I don't want creasing to set in later in the day on the eyelid from the concealer. Look at that, look how it curls. I love it. That's what happens when you use, my lashes used to stick together so badly, but because of the skincare infused mascara with the baobab oil, they're nice and separated and appear longer, as long as I don't over apply, you know? You can always zigzag up. But look at that. See the difference? I don't bring it all the way in because that closes the eye off. I bring it to like right there, like where the corner of my mouth is, and that just makes the eye look, see how it just makes it look more bigger and almond shaped? That's my little secret. And we're gonna do the other one now. Love it, love it, love it. And now we have two bigger eyes. I do think I'm going to use a little bit of this brightening powder, just a little bit, under the eye, just to kind of pack it in. Now you can also use the glow drops under the eye for some eye brightening. But I didn't do it under the makeup, so we're just gonna go with this. I love it, I love it, I love it. And then I'm gonna get a big fluffy brush. Fluffy eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to use this bronzer in this shade here from Juvia's Place, and just tap on the eyelid just so I don't have any creasing later on. I should have set the concealer. Okay, and we have a really nice minimal, no makeup look going here. I should have done that shadow before the mascara because that wasn't quite dry. But it's so easy to fix with this skincare infused mascara. And I wanted to do a second coat anyway. And there we go. There's that. put that back where it goes, because y'all know me. 5 minutes from now, I'll be looking for it. Okay, and we're going to go with some Bella Bronze lip gloss today. Also, skincare reviews. I love that it has hyaluronic acid in there. I actually love to wear this at night because it helps my lips look more engorged and plump. And that is the no makeup look that I am loving. And I got plenty of time to spare. We did skincare, we did no makeup look, and we got it done in under an hour is what I'm gonna say. That is huge. Now, I think, what did I do with that brush? I think I wanna do a little, ooh, look at Did I deliver or did I deliver? I said I was going to amplify my glow, and that is exactly what I did. Just to give a little more lift. And contour to the face. Don't worry, I'm not gonna walk around all day looking like that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head about that. We're just gonna come through like that. And then we'll even come through with it. We'll come through. And there we go. And of course, that means just 2 more spritzes. 2 more spritzes, I promise. I promise. Okay, maybe 3 or 4 or 5. Okay, there we go. Now talk about where energy flowing from where you put attention, right? I mean, attention flowing from where you put the energy. Now that was not a whole lot of energy that I had to put in, but baby, that's an attention getting face. That's attention right there. Let's see here. No, there was the brush I was looking for. And I forgot what I came in here for. Oh, this is what I came in here for. Eyebrow gel. I really like that laminated look for brows to just look. Look at that. I'm so grateful for them brows, let me tell you. I am so happy. Hi. I'm so happy and grateful for brows. I'm so happy and grateful for glowing, healthy skin. So happy and grateful for these products that hydrate and plump and actually do what they say they're going to do. I'm so happy and grateful for the confidence it has given me, my clients. I'm so happy and grateful for the lives that it has changed, the lives that have truly changed, not been lied about, and changed in terms of economic and financial status. I'm so happy and grateful for it all. I'm so happy and grateful for the month with my grandbabies. I'm so happy and grateful for all of my clients who continue to choose me and this incredible skincare each and every month. And I'm so happy and grateful for my friend Paige and the wonderful day we are about to have together, masterminding and getting things put into place to smash our goals the rest of 2023. 22. And on that note, I am out. Have a great day.